Alright, so the wheels are 15 by 8 ET25 Enkei 92s, pretty sure. I know they're Enkei 92s, I'm just not sure about the offset. I'm pretty sure it's 25. Squared front and rear, 15 by 8, but in the rear I have like 30 millimeters of spacer, 35 actually, and then also the rear control arms are extended by 1 inch. Front control arms have no spacers, but the fronts are extended by 3/4 of an inch. Obviously it's rusted. I don't really think I need to mention that, but might as well. I have just a small little lip that I put on the trunk. It was just a piece of angle iron that I just cut. It doesn't look too bad on the back or on the top, but on the back you could see like I really didn't take my time. I don't really take my time on anything I do on this car. It's just kind of get it done as fast as possible type thing. The taillights I did with it's kind of like nightshade, but it's not quite as dark. It's from Rust-Oleum. I don't know what the name of it is, but that's what I used. The rear bumper is cut in the center, and then these are portions of a Mark III Jetta lip. The exhaust is straight pipe from like the cat back. I think it's like 2 1/4 inch or 2 1/2 inch piping, and then that little guy is it's like a new speed resonator off of, I think it was on my buddy's GTI. That's basically the exhaust. The exhaust is really simple. I'm not trying to do anything. I just want it to look cool, basically. Not even cool. I just wanted it to look better than stock. The Fender Flares, you can see the video on my channel about that. Those are pretty basic. They're looking a lot better now that they're actually rusting a little bit to fit the car. What else is there? This is probably one of the more drastic things. The rear strut towers are chopped and raised by 1.5 inches, and then there's also all the bracing that I put in there along with it, which that's kind of self-explanatory. Along with cutting all that stuff out though came the speakers, how the trunk hinges in, so that's why the trunk is pins. The interior is pretty basic. There's nothing really left to the interior. Carpets are out, back seats are all out, door cards. The only thing that's really interior pieces left are the headliner, the rear pillars, and I think it's the A and the C pillars, because I think the centers are the B pillars. I don't fucking know. Those I did in like black upholstery. I left the sun visors because I was lazy. Top of the dash is just burlap, and then just a bunch of bandanas from the dollar store, basically. It's an auto, bite me. It wouldn't be a fucking low-ass piece of shit if it was standard. I would have went a different route. It has interior fuel and brake lines. That's what the license plates are covering. You can see the 3 send, return, and vent for the fuel, and then the 2 brake lines. They're not ran pretty, but they're not underneath the car where I can scrape them away anymore. So that was my main goal. Door handles, I just did a little wrench number. It works. Steering wheel, I'll go to the other side, you can see it better. The steering wheel is just like a old school, it's from like the 80s, just like a typical like no-name reel, just metal wheel that I cut the center out of and welded onto the stock steel mounting bracket for a stock B13 steering wheel. I just use that to hide the ugly nut, the ugly job. It's whatever, it does the fucking trick. The mirrors are deleted. I have fender mirrors. The one over there is cracked. obviously bumper quick release. It's like a staple for anybody who's going to be scraping the piss out of their bumper. What else? In the rear, or in the front rather, it's a stock front bumper, but I cut the holes out and just put 2 vents out of like a Mark IV GTI bumper. A lot of the stuff I do is like Volkswagen related, because that's what I was into before this. Same with the badgeless grill. I did another thing I had learned from when I had a Mark III, is I just cut the grill, 2 grills, and just put them together, bonded and shit, sanded, whatever. The headlights are done with the same shit as the taillights. The corner markers are a wrap. The hood, Bowser hood, give you a little bit more up close idea on how that is. Again, didn't take my time. Focus. You fuck. Come on there. There we go. You can see it's like, I just got it on there. It looks good from right there. Right there it looks mint. Up close it's meh, but I wasn't really worried about it. What else is there? I guess I gotta pop the hood. The hood pin, or the hood, is also just on pins now. Really basic under the hood. You know, shitty GA, nothing special about that. The front, you can't really see it, but the lower radiator mount is tubed, because that was routed out. The upper radiator mount is tubed for no real great reason. I was having heating issues or overheating issues, so I just wanted to, I angled my radiator to try and flow air through there a little better, but mainly I was kind of just bored. The motor is raised by 1.5 inches. Sorry, I'm trying to fucking hold my hood and do this at the same time, because my hood holder thingy is not easily accessible. You can see there the mounts are raised by 1.5 inches. Stupid little overflow. And I think that's basically it. As far as things that I've changed, there you can see a little bit more of the fuel lines ran along the dash, and then I have those going through where the AC evaporator lines went into the dash. I think that's about it. Oh yeah, that's not it. Mono wiper mod, that was another thing I pulled over from Volkswagen stuff. You basically just take the wiper from that side, put it over onto that side, and angle it. It's easy enough. What else? I think that's honestly basically it. There's really not a whole lot done to it. Oh yeah. Coilovers. In the front, it's Mark III Jetta Raceland coilovers from the front of a Jetta. They're in the front of here. But I have 700 pound per inch pack racing springs. And then the rear is stock Sentra struts, but I have the 700 pound inch springs on them, and then I also have collars just to give them something to sit on, but the collars are maxed all the way out. I kind of don't really need them. I could go lower if I took the collars out, but that's that. And I don't know. Tires are, you know, proxies, everybody runs them. That's basically it. It's a pretty basic bitch. But it's my bitch.